Okay, welcome back. So, couple things. We have callers to get to, but I want to add something else to the Punch Bowl. So, we talked a lot about the trade deadline yesterday, and we've kept – this is more open-ended than just Brad Holmes and the Lions, although people are focused on that, rightfully so. A reminder, tomorrow MLB free agency starts, which means the Tigers' offseason starts. So, we played some audio of Howie Roseman and how he does business. But I wanted to add some more context to it. And I want to know this. So I'm going to ask you, I'm going to give you a stat, and I'm going to ask you if you think this team is capable of winning a Super Bowl with this stat. Okay?
Yeah, okay.
So, for instance, do you believe the Chicago Bears can win a Super Bowl when Caleb Williams is pressured on 23.8% of his dropbacks?
No.
Okay. Do you believe Cam Ward can win a Super Bowl? Who are we kidding? It's with the Titans. But he's pressured 26.2% of the time.
I'll play the game. No.
But the Titans stink, right?
Right, yes.
Okay. Do you believe Jackson Dart can win a Super Bowl? Well, the Giants blow, but 25.4%.
Big G?
No.
Earmuffs, Big G. No.
Do you believe the Bengals can win a Super Bowl, allowing 26.3% pressure rate on their quarterbacks?
No.
Do you believe the Jets can allow it at 26.4%?
Jeez, no.
Do you believe
that's almost a quarter?
Do you believe the Chargers can win it with Justin Herbert being pressured, 27.7%?
No, over a quarter of the time, and your old tackle is gone again, and all. No.
Do you think the Cardinals can, allowing 34.4%?
No.
So basically, if there's a common thread on here, all these teams stink, right?
Yeah.
There's one team I forgot. Oops. Do you think the Detroit Lions can win a Super Bowl, allowing Jared Goff to be pressured 26.3% of the time, the fourth worst in football?
Ooh.
So tell me again about the long-term approach. Tell me again about doing nothing at the deadline with the O-line.
That's a great stat.
It's just facts.
No. I'm just saying that's a great pull because when you juxtapose it, I like how you presented it with all of those other teams, as I'm sure everybody was listening in the car saying, oh, no, those teams are bad, and the Bears, and no, they're no good, and what about your Giants? And wait, the Lions are in that group too. They're in that same boat.
You've allowed a higher pressure rate than the Giants.
Over 25% of the time.
You are essentially tied with the New York Jets, 26.4% to 26.3%.
And that's a rebuilding team.
The point is, if we were in another city and they're pointing to that stat, and let's say you're in Green Bay or L.A. or Philly, you're going, the Lions can't get it done if Goff is going to get pressured like that. Because here's the other problem. Herbert can move. Fields can move. Cam Ward can move. Caleb can move. Jared Goff can't move. It is vital you protect Jared Goff. Mm-hmm. Now, just because you've been egregiously bad, fourth worst in the league pressure rate through 9 weeks, does not mean your future's written. But as it sits here right now, I know I've been flippant saying they can still win a Super Bowl. Question mark? That stat, if that doesn't get better, they won't win a Super Bowl.
Yeah, and the fact that I think you've lost one of your guards for the year, or at least for the majority of the season, rest of the season. One of your tackles is just going to be questionable from here on out. You got to see what's going to happen with Sewell. Yeah, that's along with those numbers, the confidence level is not there. Now, when but you can go out and score and be fun. Yeah, but realistically speaking, you're in the same boat as all of these other teams. And the thing is, as you like to say, they have a mobile QB. So if the pressure happens, they can break. I mean, hell, that's all Caleb does is just scramble around like it's Stegmo Bowl. But that's not what Goff's game is. His game is more of sitting in the pocket, slicing you apart, precision throws. It's a great pull by you. I don't feel good hearing that. No. But it's very sobering. How about
the point is juxtapose it with doing nothing at the deadline. You know you have a problem. So in essence, if you're in the Super Bowl window and you're in it to win it, how could you look at that? And mind you, That stat is a byproduct of having Christian Mahogany. Now you don't have him. And then the day after the deadline, you don't hear from Brad Holmes, and you've got to have Dan Campbell explain it. Versus Howie Roseman gets up there and says, we don't live in fear. We're going to be aggressive. You want great things? You got to do great things. You got to take risks. And we're not going to live with regret. And we're going to go for it. Here, the only thing Dan Campbell could muster up was, we have a long-term approach. Okay, sweet. So, Lions, Tigers, the Wings, it's so early in the year and they've been off to a great start. I don't care they lost last night. They got 4 points on the West Coast swing. They're all good.
But they're the epitome of a long-term approach.
Well, that's the other thing.
This is what, year 7 for them?
It is. So I'm asking fans the question. Now, if you believe the Lions can win a Super Bowl with that pressure rate, that's fine. I don't. They have to get better. It must improve because you do not have a quarterback that can work around that.
Because you kind of saw what happens. I don't know if Minnesota and Brian Flores showed everybody a little bit of a cheat code, but
the cheat code is you got a soft underbelly.
You bring
middle of that line can get got.
Yeah, you bring the heat, you bring extra players, you bring blitzes from all different places. Yeah, you got Gibbs trying to stop a linebacker. That's normally not going to work.
We'll go to the people. Want to hear what you guys have to say? We'll go to Albert, 97.1. Al, what's going on, buddy?
Hey, how's it going, guys?
Good, Al. What's up?
So, first of all, I want to say all of the Detroit teams that have been successful, at least this century, have made big moves at the deadline. You talk about Chris Chilios getting traded at the deadline to the Red Wings. You talk about even the Tigers, even though they didn't win the World Series, they traded for David Price and Doug Fister. They made aggressive moves, and that got them to the World Series. You talk about Rasheed Wallace getting traded at the deadline for the Pistons. The Lions not doing any of that shows that they're not serious about winning a Super Bowl. And I'm tired of hearing about this long-term approach because I believe, especially in the NFL, in windows. And the Lions are in the middle of their window right now. And I don't know how long it's going to be, but I know that with an O-line that's getting only older with guys like Graham Glasgow starting and not drafting guys to back him up, I don't know how long this team can sustain this window. I understand you have good players that are young and the Sun God and Jahmyr Gibbs, but you like to talk about all the time too, Mike. Running backs are not sustainable. They're not built to last in the NFL. You talk about guys like Jamison Williams, who is a $27 million decoy. I don't understand this long-term approach thing when in the NFL championship windows are likely not longer than 5 years. Sorry, Rico. I don't know if the Niners are built to win the Super Bowl anymore.
No, they're going to try every 2-3 years. They'll try to be good, and they'll fall off a cliff, and then they'll come back.
They're in their transition phase, quite honestly. I mean, Albert, right. That's what they're trying to do. Yeah. They're trying to keep it afloat. They're retooling on the fly.
This year was not supposed to be a Super Bowl year, so the fact that they're sitting there at 6-3 is a bonus.
At the same time, those teams are always good. John Lynch is known to be a great drafter. He's known to make bold moves, just like he did for CMC. Teams like that don't go away.
Here's the other problem.
Detroit Lions don't have that reputation.
Albert, the problem to me is Brad Holmes was only a scout. Howie Roseman worked in multiple facets of the front office game, from capology to personnel. Like, I wonder if the scout in Brad plays a bigger role in all of this, that he just believes, I'll just draft better players than you, and we're gonna love our guys, and we're gonna do it our way, versus you have to use every lever at your disposal. Like, you can be a great drafter. You can be a great developer. There's always going to come a time you've got to supplement. And they seemingly don't want to do it. And I go back to it. These little moves have big impacts. Believing in Marcus Davenport again. And he's dead again. Mm-hmm. The Tesla thing. That move hurt you in the now because that would have been a third rounder who could be helping you. And it hurt you at the deadline because you gave up another third-round pick that could have turned into Jalen Phillips. Yeah. Like, these little moments, these are the things killing us.
Yeah, 2 third-rounders that could be playing part of your depth right now. One could be on the O-line, one could be on the D-line. But you got a receiver who's the fifth option.
At that. So look, what do you make of the pressure rate statistic? If you think it's Bupkis, that's fine, I guess. But it's a concern. 248-539-9797.